Like to call to order the Alexander County Board of Commissioners meeting for April 17th, 2023. Commissioner Ronnie Reese will be giving the invocation, and I will be giving the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let's stand. Pray. Father, we thank you for the day and Lord, for the abilities that you give unto us each day and the many blessings. Thanks for being able to come out here this evening. Pray that you give us a clear mind to make wise decisions as we move Alexander County forward. Pray for our citizens of the county, our county employees, EMS, and emergency services, all those who protect us each day, putting their lives on the line. Protect them. Give us safe journeys back to our home, and all these things we ask in your name. Amen.
If you would direct your attention to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Commissioners report. Does any commissioner have a report for this evening?
I don't have any. Nothing.
Adoption of the agenda. We do need to add one item, and that would be county manager contract to the consent agenda, item F. And then also we'll be adding, under other business, we'll be adding in county manager resolution appointment.
All right, I make a motion to accept as stated.
Second.
All in favor? Approved.
That's what we just did. Yeah, we're good.
Public hearing, do we have anybody sign up?
No, we need to open it and then call you.
Okay. I know, not public hearing, I'm sorry. Public comments.
No,
right?
no public.
No public comments. Sorry, fellas. Public hearing, in regards to Snyder Mills Industrial Development Incentive, be presented by David Eisenhower. Do I have a motion to open public hearing?
Make a motion to open the public hearing for Snyder Mills.
Second.
All in favor? Mr. Eisenhower.
Thank you, Mr.
Podium's
Chairman.
yours.
It's my pleasure to announce tonight that Snyder Mills is continuing to invest in Alexander County. They are continuing to provide quality employment in Alexander County, and they have applied for an industrial development incentive grant. The company has a new investment of approximately $2.7 million in new equipment at the Taylorsville facility. So based on the county's incentive policy, any existing company which invests at least $1 million is eligible to apply for a job retention grant, which provides a property tax grant incentive based on the new investment. If you approve this application following the public hearing tonight, the next step would be the signing of a joint economic development agreement. This incentive would be paid over a 4-year period with a return of 50% of property taxes paid on the new investment. The first payment would not take place until later this year. Another thing to consider is, per this agreement, Snyder Mills will agree to retain at least 95% of their current employee base, which is 349 employees. Should their employment fall below 332, then that nullifies the grant. So, Mr. Chairman, in a nutshell, that concludes my presentation on the grant application. I would be glad to answer any questions. Following the public hearing, it would be my recommendation that the board consider approving the grant application contingent upon the signing of the joint economic development agreement.
So this is a grant they've applied for, or is this something that we'll be doing?
Now, this is the actual application tonight. The public hearing is part of the application process. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And again, I do want to stress that the incentive is paid only on the new investment.
Any other commissioner have any questions or concerns? All right, I think we're good, Mr. Eisenhower. Do I have a motion to close public hearing?
Make a motion, we close.
Second.
All in favor? We will need to vote on the Snyder Mills Industrial Development Incentive. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve the grant as read.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Unanimous. Thank you. Next on the agenda is the CDBG Sterling Road Project. Update given by Ben Willis. Go ahead,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you, Commissioners, for having me. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Ms. Starnes, for loading up your packets tonight. Basically, this is, I'm just here, I'm not going to go over all that information in your packet unless you have any questions. This is regarding the Sterling Road project. We've already have been awarded this grant. It's $645,044 to rehabilitate 7 properties on Sterling Road and do some road and ditch work. And tonight, your packet, you have an environmental plan that's going to need to be approved and signed. Equal employment and procurement plan, fair housing plan, Section 3 plan, 504 plan, language access plan, and analysis of impediments plan, and request for release of funds will happen later on. But all those other plans that you have in your packet basically are requirements that CDBG and North Carolina Department of Commerce require us to have signed and approved to proceed. So I'm here to answer any questions about any of these plans. You also have the contract between the county and the Western Piedmont Council of Government with you as well. And so I'm here just to basically answer any questions and go over all those plans. These plans are very similar to other CDBG grants that you've done in the past. Basically, they were just renewing everything to match the dates. So there may be a little tweak in there, but it's just updates to all those plans that you already have in place for the most part.
So we need to approve.
Question? Yeah, we'll have to vote, but any concerns from the board? No?
You got it? Make a motion to approve the CDBG grant for Sterling Road.
Second.
All in favor? You have a unanimous decision.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you all.
Thank you.
Moving along, item number 3. Alexander County Household Hazardous Waste. Destruction Day, Saturday, May the 6th of 2023. And the operating hours for that day, from my understanding, will be 8 a.m. until 12 p.m., and that's on a Saturday. Businesses will not be allowed to take their items on that day. It's just for the citizens and residential property owners of the county. And item number 4, we do have budget ordinance amendments, number 56 and 57, that Jamie Starnes, clerk, will go over.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Budget amendment number 56 is to increase the Health Department budget for additional American Rescue Plan Act grant funds passed through the Cabarrus Health Alliance to Alexander County Health Department for the COVID-19 Public Health Workforce Grant. The grant funds will be used for conference room, media upgrade, and desks. Budget amendment number 57 is to increase the county parks budget for the proposed purchase of 14 acres of land adjoining the J.C. Park for possible future expansion.
Do I have a motion on the budget amendments from the board?
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve the budget amendments as read.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Unanimous. Under other business, we do have a resolution to read out in regards to a new county manager in the county, and I'll go over that with you now. Resolution appointing Alexander County Manager, whereas it is the desire of the Board of Commissioners of Alexander County to ensure continuity, I cannot say that word, folks, sorry, of the professional administration of county affairs, and to employ the services of Shane Fox as county manager. And whereas Alexander County has resolved and adopted a county manager plan under NCGS 153A-81, and as such requires the appointment of a qualified county manager to serve as the chief administrator of Alexander County and to serve at the pleasure of the Board of Commissioners of Alexander County. And whereas the board finds that Shane Fox should be appointed as county manager and be vested with the duties of county manager as set out in NCGS 153A-82, effective June the 7th of 2023. Now therefore be it resolved by the Alexander County Board of Commissioners that effective June 7th, 2023, pursuant to the provisions of NCGS 153A-81, Shane Fox is hereby appointed as county manager for Alexander County. Shane Fox will be the chief administrator of Alexander County government and shall be responsible to the Alexander County Board of Commissioners for the administration of all departments of county government under the board's general control, and shall have the powers and duties as set forth in NCGS 153A-82, adopted this 17th day of April 2023. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve and accept.
Second. All in favor?
Very much.
Also, I will add to the public, Mr. Yoder could not be here due to some complications health-wise, but he is in favor of this also. Sir.
Mr. Chairman, I would just say, I think, I can't speak for the entire board, but we're very excited about Mr. Fox and what he will bring to Alexander County. He's a breath of fresh air, but very experienced. And I think we all are looking forward to working with him and where he will take Alexander County in the future.
Yeah, I feel the same. Seems to be real qualified, got real good people skills, and I think he will fit into the county real well.
Would like to say also that the Board of Commissioners did hire the Western Piedmont Council of Government after the passing of our former county manager, Rick French, to go out, market, solicit, to obtain applicants that were worthy to hold the status county manager in Alexander County, which was no small undertaking. As a commissioner on this board, I'd like to thank the applicants that did apply, that we took everyone serious and thought each one actually had value to this county. But you have to, at the end of the day, make a decision on one. And Mr. Shane Fox is the one that this board unanimously chose. So we are wishing that he fulfills his duties and becomes part of the Alexander County family.
Mr. Chairman, one other comment. The West Piedmont Council of Government, or as we call them, the COG, like Chairman Pennell said, was in charge, well, not in charge, but they helped us with this process. And they mentioned on more than one occasion how good and strong our pool of applicants were, even compared to larger counties that they have helped in the same manner recently. And so we felt, we felt good about that, obviously. We had a solid pool of applicants. If I remember, it was that we had 31 legitimate applicants for the county manager position. But Mr. Fox stood out above, above the others. And like Mr. Chairman Pennell said, I think we all are very excited about having him come and join the Alexander County family. He is a local guy. He grew up not far from here, actually in Dudley Shoals. And so he's very familiar with Alexander County, with the people here, the kind of people that are here, and I think he will serve us very well.
Yeah, I agree. And he's made it pretty vocal to us that he's planning on being here for a while, so we'll see how everything works out, but I think he was the best choice.
All right, moving right along, consent agenda. Do I have a motion to accept the consent agenda?